Once again, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Natalia Agarwal. And first of all, thanks to all who have subscribed to my channel, who have given your love and support to my channel. And if not, please do subscribe now and even let your friends and family know about this channel and make it a famous channel. So we have already seen descriptive statistics and inferential statistics, few topics, what is probability, what is Bayes theorem and all that. So for today what we will do is we will understand what is hypothesis testing. You would have heard this term or you might not have also heard this term, but this is something very important in the world of analytics or in the world of data science. So what is hypothesis testing? What do you understand by the word hypothesis? In simple English, hypothesis is creating a situation, driving yourself away from status quo or the generalized statement that is made. That is hypothesis. We say we are hypothetically, we are creating some situation. Hypothetically, we are saying this thing. That is hypothesis testing, which we should do for any of our data. Now, let's see with an example of judicial trial for the criminal case. Okay, this is the decision that judge makes and one is your reality that is there. So you brought any person in front of for judicial trial to prove what? He or she is guilty. Because what is the status quo? What is the generalized statement? You don't say this thing that everyone is guilty. What is the general statement? That everyone is not guilty. If you have to prove anything other than that normal or general statement, you will bring that person to the court to prove that that person is guilty, right? This is the only scenario that you have. So one is your normal statement, or which is your general statement, that is known as your null hypothesis and denoted by H naught. Okay, that is your null hypothesis. And what is the null hypothesis over here? That person is innocent or not guilty. Anything you can say this, right? This is the general statement. When you are bringing anybody to court, you have to prove anything other than that. So it is your alternate hypothesis denoted by H1 or HA. It is known as alternate hypothesis. And what it says? That person is guilty. These are the only two things that will happen. Either person is not guilty or either person is guilty. There is no midway to it, right? So one is the reality, only two options, guilty or not guilty. Decision also could be made guilty or not guilty. If the person is actually guilty and proven to be guilty, fine, there is no error, all good. If the person is not guilty and proven to be not guilty, same thing, no worries, all good. But if the person is guilty and you prove him as not guilty, it is an error. It is an error. If the person is not guilty and you prove him as guilty, again it is an error. So these two boxes diagonally which are marked in red, you could see that these are error boxes. So what happens? What are or any government says that no person who is not guilty should be put behind bars. It is a grave error. So if the person is not guilty and you are putting him or her behind the bars saying that person is guilty, it is more serious error, and that more serious error is known as type 1 error, or you can also say it as alpha value. For that, the tolerance limit set is 0.05. You have 5% of tolerance is set that you can make this type of error. What happens is that in this situation, you are rejecting null hypothesis, or say you are not accepting null hypothesis, you are saying other way that the person is guilty, you are saying alternate hypothesis is true and null hypothesis is false, that's what you are saying. So it means you are not accepting null hypothesis. Type 1 error is when you don't accept null hypothesis, and this error is type 2 error and also known as beta. This is you are incorrectly not rejecting null hypothesis. What you ideally this is something where person is guilty, your alternate hypothesis is true, but what you are doing is you are proving him not guilty. You are saying my null hypothesis is true in this case and my alternate hypothesis is false in this case. So you are incorrectly not rejecting the null hypothesis. That's the only thing that you have to understand. And for this alpha value, this is standard 0.05, but when you do the test, you calculate something known as p-value. What is this p-value? It is calculated probability of making type 1 error. It is calculated probability of making type 1 error. This is standard and this is calculated, that will come from hypothesis test. And this is there's no limit set to it, but what we say is 1 minus beta gives is equal to power of test. So how strong your test is, how strongly it is able to differentiate between your null hypothesis and alternate hypothesis. If there is any overlap between them, then your test is not good. You are not making the right choice. So that's why beta should be as low as possible so that power of test is good. So you should always have the value of beta as small as possible. And 1 minus alpha is known as confidence level. So in standard it comes as 1 minus 0.05, that is 0.95 or 95% confidence interval. Or confidence with 95% confidence level, I am making this in statement, or I am rejecting my null hypothesis or not accepting my null hypothesis. These are the statements you will say. Now, how you will reject or accept your null hypothesis? So there is a simple thumb rule for that, and that says is if your p value is less than alpha, that is it is less than 0.05, then reject null hypothesis or fail to accept null hypothesis, or say just reject null hypothesis. It means alternate hypothesis holds good. If p value is greater than equal to alpha, then simply you have to say then you are failing to reject your null hypothesis. As simple as that. This is the simple formula that you have for hypothesis testing, and this is the thumb rule that you have to follow to decide which statement hold goods with your test, whether your null hypothesis is true or your alternate hypothesis is true. This is how you will make any decision on any business statement and then further do analysis or build a model. If your null hypothesis is true, that nothing is different, like if you are doing a business problem, whether A is different or B is different, and if your null hypothesis is there is no difference between them, and your alternate hypothesis are that both are different. If your null hypothesis states true that A and B, two things are same, then why you need to build a model on that? There is no requirement further. So first of all, to justify your business statement, justify your problem statement, hypothesis testing is very much important in each and every step. So this is about hypothesis testing. In later videos, we will see different test for different hypothesis test for mean and for variance. All these tests we will see, and we'll see how to proceed further in your data science journey, as well as how to do further statistical modeling and understanding of your data. So till then guys, please do like, share, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have already not done. Please let your friends and family also know about it. Thank you. Bye bye.